If you don't know about the Mexican culture, then I'm about to tell you about my culture and how my Mexican family celebrates it. Yes, I'm Mexican American, but I'm very, very proud of my Mexican roots. Today I'll be covering three main points, which are first, Mexican culture celebrations. Second, we'll be talking about the food and our family traditions with our food that we have. And third, our family values as a family. Now let me share with you my first point, which may highlight my family's Mexican culture celebrations. Our culture has very, very fascinating things such as celebrations of events, which many of you may know or many of you may not know about, right? But the most common ones are like Cinco de Mayo, quinceañeras, baptism, weddings, gender reveals, you name it, we have it, right? For instance, Dia de los Muertos is a celebration that reunites the living and the dead, in honor and remembrance of our deceased loved ones. For example, my grandma always lights candles, brings bright flowers and candy for my grandpa on a cabinet that she has in her living room as a symbol, because it is believed that the souls of the dead return to visit their families. And as like many other Mexican families, they do that in remembrance again of their loved ones, which happens every year on November 2nd. Okay? Now that I covered the first main point, which is about Mexican celebrations, which there are many, right? I will now share my second point, which is unlike celebrations and the vibrant colors, for my family, eating food was always done together, which is what brought us together while it's preparing tamales for Thanksgiving and Christmas, or random barbecues while watching sports games, or on the weekends, to making different dishes randomly, right? Food has always brought our family together. The great thing about that is we learn family recipes that we can, as a family, and we can continue it as for generations to come. The most popular dish in our family, which I love the most, are the tamales. Every year, a little before Thanksgiving, my grandma starts to prepare and make tamales. And as a family, usually it's us older cousins, and we bring the younger ones to help us out all the time. We have different setups of different stations, who has what tasks, so that the process is way faster. But the great thing about that is that there's a bonding moment for us as a family. Not only do we learn the recipes, and not only do we enjoy it, but we're able to create those memories, okay? So far, I've covered our family's cultural celebrations and how food has always brought our family together. Now, as I've reached my final point, I will discuss our family values. For me and my family, family is at the center of our social structure, okay? We are so big on it, being our duty, to the point that we always have to be there for our family members. I grew up in a huge family, and we were always taught to be there and stick up for one another, even if sometimes one of us are in the wrong for something. From a child and as an adult now, our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles instilled in us to always respect your elders and have good manners. For example, at family parties, we always have to say hi and bye to every single person, or that'd be a sign of disrespect, right? Whether you know the person or not, you always have to say your saludos, which is the hi and bye. If not, we would definitely be caught out on it, which may not seem like a big deal, because maybe you might not know the person, but in our culture, if we do not do it, it's a sign of disrespect, okay? In conclusion of my family's Mexican culture, I've shared the following topics with you today, which are my family celebrations, the food traditions, and my family values. This experience definitely has shaped me to become the woman I am today, by teaching me many points when it came to prioritizing your roots and family values. As a result of my speech, I really do hope that you will be able to consider that you learned at least a little bit more about Mexican cultures